What is up, YouTube? Hope you're having a superb day today, wherever you are in this world. My name is Ben, and today marks a huge milestone for me because we've officially crossed the $100,000 mark in royalties. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 things that helped me get to this amount, as well as some facts and some data about the kind of books I've been publishing, what's worked and what's not. So I'm going to be going through all of that in today's video. So if you did like this video, hit the like button for me, hit the subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I bring up videos like this one. So without further ado, let's go ahead and head over to book reports. So if you don't know what book reports is, it's like KDP reports, but it's got extra sales data on there. It's a paid software that I use that just shows me more information on my books. But essentially you can see through here that we have hit the $100,000 mark. So if I give this a quick refresh, just so you know I've not tampered with the HTML there, you can see that's going to show the same amount, 100,000 in USD. So we hit this milestone today, which is absolutely insane. Basically, we've done that fair with 1,915 books, and you can see that I've been publishing from April 2019 to today. So that's been 2 years and 4 months. So I'm sure some of you have already heard my journey from other videos I put on YouTube, but if you haven't, then I started in April 2019 whilst I was a university student studying chemistry. So this was kind of a side thing that I did because it was free to start, and I thought I'd spend 1 or 2 hours a day just posting notebooks onto Amazon and seeing where it got me. And this is where it got me. It got me to double-digit royalties for the first 4 months. Nothing spectacular there, but as a university student, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then after 4 months, that was the first time we hit over $100 in royalty there. And then 7 months down the line was the first time we hit over $1,000 in royalty. So I started taking things a little bit more seriously after I graduated. So September, I started taking things more seriously about publishing. So after taking it seriously, you can see that we got a really good December 2019 there, a lot higher than next November. And then around this period here, I did get a full-time job, so I stopped publishing for a little bit. And then after I left that job in April, then I started doing publishing full-time. You can kind of see the royalties reflect that. Obviously, that's when the coronavirus hit and the lockdowns happened as well. So there was really not much else to do apart from, focus on publishing. So that was really cool. And then this culminated in a really good December there. You can see my record month was 12,000 in that 1 month, and it for sure helped me achieve that 100,000 total royalty there. So that has been my journey. I'm now going to show you facts about my publishing and just everything in writing, really. So it took me 2 years and 4 months, like I said. 75% of my total royalty came from the last year. So between now and August 2020, that's when I earned 75% of my total royalty. It took me 10 months to hit 10,000 in royalties. So that puts everything into perspective. It took me 2 years, 4 months to hit 100,000, but it took me 10 months to hit 10,000. So the first bit of anyone's publishing journey is always really slow. And of course, that whole 100,000 isn't just profit. 25,000 was spent on ads across all marketplaces, and that's including VAT as well. So if you have a look at the books that I've made as well, 1,915 books it took me to get to 100,000 in royalty. 100,000 in royalty was 39,890 sales. So this means that there was an average of around $2.50 royalty per book sold. And now here's an interesting one for you. The top 1% of my books, so that's the top 19 because I have 1,900 books published, bought in a total of 56% of my total royalty. So the top 1% of my books bought in over half my entire royalty from my publishing business. So looking at the types of books that we have published, there isn't a type of book that's dominated the rest. There's a fairly even split in my publishing business between no content books, so that's notebooks, planners, journals and things like that, and low content books, so activity books, coloring books, etc., and then higher content, so trivia, joke books, etc. There's not a single type that's doing better than the others. It's fairly even. And 25% of my books have never made a sale. So of the 1,900 books that are on the Amazon marketplace, almost 500 of them have never made a sale. So in terms of authors as well, you can see the top 3 pen names brought in 65% of my royalty. I do group my pen names by niche, so you can see that one niche is doing extremely well for me. It's bringing in around 40% of my total royalty just from this one niche. So that's what this is kind of showing there. If we then go back onto book reports, I'll show you my breakdown by marketplace so you can see which countries are doing best for me. If we scroll down to here, you can see Amazon.uk is actually the best one for me, and it's a close second for Amazon USA. They're pretty neck and neck, so those two I would say are my main marketplaces. So if you aren't advertising in .co.uk, then I strongly suggest that you do, because you're leaving a lot of money on the table. You can see the next two marketplaces are doing really well as well. So Amazon.de, which is Germany. I don't have any German books, my books are in English, but it's good to see that German people don't mind reading in English as well. And of course there's Canada, which is a fairly new marketplace that opened in 2020, and it's good to see that the sales are picking up there as well. They're catching up with Germany and these two big marketplaces, so that's really good. So that is the marketplace breakdown, and now we go on to the top 5 things that I attribute to helping me get to this 100,000 milestone. So first two here are people that are on YouTube that talk about no and low content book publishing. That's Residual Royalty Academy and Stacking Profit, and these two had videos in 2019 that really helped me get started and grow my publishing business. Of course, now in 2021, there's a lot more YouTubers out there offering you a lot of information on how to get started with KDP. So it doesn't have to be these two, but these two really helped me. And of course, I took the Residual Royalty Academy's course known as the Accelerator course. And that course was full of tips and full of strategies that helped me take publishing full time and really 10x my publishing business. So of course, I have to give them a plug. If you know, then you know. The link for this course is in the description below, so go check it out if you're interested. Now, the next one that I attribute to my success is the 80-20 rule. So the 80-20 rule, which is known as the Pareto principle, basically says that 20% of your work will generate you 80% of your results. So for example, if I published 10 books, then those 2 books out of the 10 will give me 80% of my royalty. Now, what this looks like in practice is literally what I said earlier in this video. The top 1% of my books brought in 56% of my royalty. That's 19 books doing over half of my total royalty. So that's the Pareto principle in action, and it's really good when you're starting out. It's good motivation to know that Pareto principle is going to be on your side. So that means that if you're not seeing the sales you want and you've just got a few books out on Amazon, then keep publishing more and things will work more in your favor, just down to this principle. Now, number 3 on this list is persistence. Persistence is very self-explanatory. You've got to stay persistent whether your business is going up, whether it's going down. And this also ties into having a goal as well, because having a goal is going to motivate you and it's going to help you stay persistent when your business isn't doing so well. So having a goal could be something like, you know, saying I want to generate $100,000 in royalty, I want to generate $1 million in royalty. You know, you want something material like a brand new car, brand new house, or you just want to aim to have a goal of being free. You know, you're not restricted to a job like a 9-to-5 or something like that. Any of these goals could be serious motivational factors for you, and having a goal has really helped me, you know, stay on track in my publishing business instead of just, you know, leaving it all and quitting or just like not doing anything for it. So I would really recommend you're having a goal so you can stay persistent. So number 4 on this list is the compound effect. Now, the compound effect is a very simple concept. Essentially, like obviously when you put a book on the marketplace, it's going to be on Amazon forever as long as your account is active. So in that respect, as you publish more and more, there's going to be a compound effect, because if your first book is selling one a day, your second book is selling once a day, then this is going to compound and compound as you put more books onto the marketplace. And I saw a quote somewhere that said Albert Einstein said that compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world, and this works in a very similar way. So once you understand, once you visualize that the more books you put on the marketplace, the more things are going to swing into your favor, just down to this compound effect, the more you're going to succeed. And this has been, again, a big motivational factor for me, knowing that this compound effect is fully on my side. So the Pareto principle and the compound effect fully on my side, these have been major factors in helping keep me motivated. So number 5 is investing in software and outsourcing. Now, I cannot stress this one enough. Obviously, if you do everything yourself, it's going to be fine in the beginning, but if you keep this way, then you're going to restrict the amount of money you earn by the time you have, because at the end of the day, time is money, and then you've only got a finite amount of time. So what you want to do is pay for things to free up the amount of time you have, especially things that you're very inefficient at. So for example, I outsource most of my book interiors for coloring books because I'm not a graphic designer, so therefore I can't design these coloring books very well. I'm very inefficient at it, so I outsource it, so it frees up a lot of my time so I can focus on things that I'm a lot better at, such as finding niches, doing ads and things like that. Also with software, they do a similar thing. So Helium 10, for example, I use for niche research, and it helps me find niches a lot quicker than I would do if I had to do it without any software whatsoever. And now finally, number 6 is the environment. So I know I only said top 5 tips, but I can't really count today. Number 6 is the environment. So for environment, for me personally, this is a very important one. It may not be so important for other people, but for me, this is very important because I get a lot more productive when I see other people around me as well working on their laptops hard, because it kind of pressures me, not to slip off. If I'm in my bedroom like I am right now, for example, or I've got a TV in the background or something like that, it's so tempting, so easy, just to slack off, spend half the day watching TV, doing something else, having a nap or something like that. Whereas if you're in a shared office like I was last year, basically it's just so much more productive because there's like an environment that kind of pressures you to work hard. So this is a very important one for me. I do attribute that to a lot of the success that I had, especially for last Q4, so for the end of 2020, where I got my record months of royalties. So number 6, environment, a very important one. But having said that, that is pretty much the list of things that I attribute to helping me achieve my record milestone, $100,000 in royalty. So that's pretty much all I have to say in this video. If you're looking to get into self-publishing low content books onto Amazon, then check out my free 2-hour tutorial here on YouTube. It should be linked in the top right hand side of this video if you're watching on desktop. But otherwise, guys, that's pretty much it from me. Thank you so much for watching this video and following me on my journey on this YouTube. Hopefully you'll get that at some point as well if you are publishing, and if you've already exceeded me, then congratulations. Have a nice day. See you all in the next video. Take care.